You must be missing me so bad. When you left, you said that I don't deserve you, but I can see that you don't wanna lose what we had. Oh, you're the one that I need. Let's just take it slow and just breathe. Loving someone is not easy, you know, but it makes us feel alive, so we go with the flow. Just love me harder, have no mercy on me, just tell me louder. If you're loving me, just love me harder, have no mercy on me, tell me louder. If you're loving me, can I tell you what I want? Can I tell you what I need? Can I tell you what I want? Can I tell you what I need?
Just like intercourse.
Imagine me there while you are here. I'm thinking of you, and distance is nothing. I'll go through the whole world to be with you. Imagine no line, right here where we are. Imagine it's cold, but distance is nothing. I'll breathe in my hands, the sunlight just for you. Imagine me there while you are here. I'm thinking of you, and distance is nothing. I'll go through the whole world to be with you. Imagine no line, right here where we are. Imagine it's cold, but distance is nothing. I'll breathe in my hands, the sunlight just for you. Imagine it's cold, but distance is nothing. I'll breathe in my hands, the sunlight just for you. Imagine me there while you are here. I'm thinking of you, and distance is nothing. I'll go through the whole world to be with you. Imagine no line, right here where we are. Imagine it's cold, but
I feel like this song should be in Just Dance. And it should have the move where you're doing like this over your crotch. They have that in Just Dance. I'm not crazy. I am crazy, but not in regards to just dance moves. Hi, everyone. This is a weird way to start the stream. Did you expect anything else from me? How are you all doing? I should be in Just Dance? I would love to be in Just Dance. I'd be like, look, that's me. I did that. How's everybody? Beam, thank you for that host. And hello. And Wormy, hi. And Tech Scout, hi. And hello, lurkers, meerkats, friends. I was gonna go with confidants again. Agains? I was going to go with confidants again. I'm in such a weird mood today. Like, I'm in this really weird, like, manic mood where I just, like, I'm not in a bad mood. Like, I was feeling really giggly and silly this morning, but also really fucking antsy. It's not really a great combination. I hate being antsy, especially in a pandemic. Can't really go outside, although I did go outside because I treated myself to getting breakfast out today. I didn't stay out. I got a bagel with cream cheese and a spicy chai latte, and I brought it home and then ate. And I wore my mask outside, as I always wear my mask. But yeah, I decided instead of treating myself to dinner, I would treat myself to breakfast. Because it's a lot easier to just like take a jaunt in the morning and come back real fast than after stream when I'm like tired because I've been up for 13 hours. Like tired and just like way too hungry and impatient, and like I don't want to wait an hour when everyone's trying to get dinner at the same time. It's like I want to eat now. So I got a delicious burger and a delicious chai that I like and enjoyed. Was chatting on Discord, watched some Queer Eye. I was doing some work on this little elephant. Isn't it cute? Look at the little tail. Little elephant tail. Do-do-do-do-do. Yes, I know he doesn't have legs right now. They're on my desk. But I just finished attaching the second ear today. So that's what I've been doing. And I stuck the needle in his back so that it wouldn't get lost. So the last thing I have to do is sew on the legs. I'm supposed to get new yarn arriving today, which is exciting because I have another secret project that I already started, but I needed to wait to make the bulk of it until I got the yarn with the proper colors. Pretty normal start. That's true, JP Stahl, yes. Handed in my last rent check yesterday. Nice. Lifting 10 times your weight over your own head. You know, I should have really... I got a little distracted by some Discord conversations. I was enjoying the conversations though, so it's not like a waste of time, but I was just... It's one of those mornings where I was like, man, I was intending to be super productive, and I threw out my box fan on my way to get breakfast, because it was broken. I need a new one. Brady, hello. You ready for Kerbal murder? I'm not gonna murder them. They're going to be, I'm gonna like make a capsule that has a lot of like packing peanuts in it. You know, like when you do the egg drop for science class, if you've ever had to do that. We didn't, because where the fuck are we dropping eggs from? Except for like our hands to the ground. But I've seen them. We had to make race cars once. I helped make a race car. It was a group project. Helped make a race car out of straws, like plastic straws, because they were like, that's lightweight. I don't remember why they had to be lightweight, or like I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. 7th grade. It's a long time ago. It's clearly a slug dressing up as an elephant. Aww, it's a really good elephant costume. Boxes probably don't need fans. Everyone deserves a fan. But yeah, it's just, there's an overhead fan in this room, in the living room, but there's nothing in the bedroom. And my place doesn't have AC. So, when it gets really hot, I'm going to die. But yeah, that's what I did this morning. It was a lot of relaxing, which honestly I've kind of needed. So I tried not to be too upset that I wasn't terribly productive. But then I look at my to-do list and I'm like, I could have done all these things. It's okay. Hello, Lord Whaleman. I see you licking. There's a lick for you, sir. Thunderstruck, uh-huh. You guys are full of awful jokes today. Thanks. It's not my favorite. But yeah, I had a good morning. I'm glad that I treated myself to a bagel and a chai. I really wanted orange juice this morning, but I ended up with a chai instead, which was also yummy. I told them that I wanted extra spicy, and that thing kicked me in the throat on the way down, and I was like, yes! Give me all of the kicks in the throat. I know this is punching, but I'm not gonna put my foot onto my neck on stream. That's for the Galactus stream on that other website. Kidding! Team Toad House, hello. Ooh, I love your name color. It's beautiful. It's like my sushi, it's actually not sushi. It's a hexagal. So, if you've ever seen the game Broken Age, they have hexapals, but this is a lady one, so it's a hexagal. My waifu made this for me. She's got little kick-a-feets, and in the game there's a puzzle where you have to like connect different fuses and stuff on the back, so she made the fuses with the wires. Ta-da! Isn't she cute? And then I have Mr. Butterhead. And a sweater that should have been put away, but wasn't. So it gets thrown on my bed for me to deal with later. I know, isn't she cute? She's just all smiley in the background there. Brain is turned off, so jokes are off the scale. What is this? What is this scale? Are they ever on the scale? What's the link for the other website? No. No. Palance, hello. You want sushi now, even if it's not? Hey, Jub. How are you guys all doing? I told you about my day yesterday. Whoo! Oh, man. I was enjoying that wine yesterday. I had just shy of half of that bottle, because I had like a little more than a half a bottle left, and I still have about this much left. And that's all it takes. And I was just like, whee! But I only had a half of that on stream, and I was still like, whee! That was a good time, though. Yesterday was good. Chow or put what? What are those words? They didn't know who REM was. I'm not really familiar with any of their songs. I know like one of them. That's it. Getting Horizons for Elite today! Yes! Chow or Pokemon? Chow are those cute babies from Sonic. I've never played or seen a Sonic game. So I've never heard of those. So I guess I'll pick Pokemon. I mean, look at Sandshrew. Adorable little chonk. Sandshrew should get way more recognition. He's adorable. I've also cosplayed as Bulbasaur. It was like if Bulbasaur was a human lady. AKA Sexy Librarian Bulbasaur. I wasn't trying to make it sexy, I think that I'm sexy, so it was Sexy Librarian Bulbasaur. Also, it's kind of a joke on those, like, sexy costumes. It's like, be a Pokemon, but make it sexy. Like, that wasn't really the intent, but that's kind of how it turned out, because I can't make myself short and squat with, like, legs that are about a quarter of my arm. Vulpix, like that luscious tail. Tried wing mining yesterday, much more fun than solo. I like both. Mining's awesome. Yeah, that's the only one I know, JP Stall. Watched a streamer make a waifu Charizard. Do I want to know what that turned out like, Norm? Do I want to know? Anyway, so today I'm going to be playing Kerbal Space Program for the very first time. I've seen some of it, but if I'm being honest, I wasn't really paying attention to the gameplay any of the times that I've watched the game. I was much more interested in talking to chat. I love it! The Canadian Viking, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the court of the hype. Here's your meerkat dance! Also getting warm. Hey, Decotin. ASP is fun. Yeah, I've heard good things. People seem to enjoy it when they're playing it. But I know nothing. I'm gonna ask that you guys keep the backseating to a minimum or to a 0. I'm gonna play through whatever tutorial. I'm gonna do a campaign. If I want tips, I will ask. I'm sure I will be asking a lot of questions and for a lot of clarifications on stuff, so you'll have plenty of time to tell me how things work. Plenty of opportunities. Hello, Asharis. What is up? Okay, I think it's time to boot the video game. What do you guys think? Does Kerbal have music? I guess we'll find out. Also, headphones warning. I've never booted the game before. I have it downloaded, but I've never booted it up, so it might be a little bit loud. We'll have to adjust on the fly. This is your warning to turn it down now until we get that stuff adjusted. Okay. So who here has played Kerbal before? Raise a hand. Released Ariane rocket parts? I don't know what that means. I honestly don't know what that means. Turn sound to 11. If you want to damage your earballs, that's your problem, not mine. Alright, do you want to boot the game, Steam, or like, no? do you want to do the thing? There it goes. Alright. Squad! Hey, Nathan! Gotta get back to work, have fun storming the castle. Alright, Beam, have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you in a bit. Played Kerbal a decent amount. Wouldn't say I'm a pro, though. Haven't played it, but you've watched a lot. 600 hours? Dang. Never played it? I think it's in the latest Humble Bundle. Kale! Hello. Rocket science and orbital mechanics, what could possibly go wrong? I've played Elite Dangerous, and I don't really understand the science behind it. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. So far, I don't hear anything. European-made rockets? Okay. Hello, Bear. How are you doing? Got to the Mun, but couldn't figure out the space station. Fair enough. Excuse me. Who? I don't know who that... Twitch, leave me alone. I don't know who that is, and I'm busy being live right now. You'd think that Twitch maybe wouldn't send push notifications for other streams while you yourself are streaming. I told you it was gonna be loud! Settings! Audio! Oh my god, that didn't change anything. That barely changed anything, excuse you. This... Huh. Fixed it, there was an apply button. Alright, we can turn that up just a little bit more. I was looking down here for apply, not over there. I warned you. I warned you. I'm gonna put this back up and we'll just muck with the, Alright, how is this for the music volume? Evil Joss, hello and welcome. PSP is really good at teaching people orbital mechanics. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, I can understand the Pokemon feel. Main music is louder than the rest of the game's music. Okay. That's good to know, but also, like, I don't need... I don't need everything to be exploding. Okay, here we've got a lot of updates, and I'm like, Bisha never played this before. Alright, first things first. Let me get the full screen here. Okay, so I have no add-ons or mods. I'm just playing, like, the base game as it exists. I have nothing else. Nothing else whatsoever. I'm just gonna click Start Game. Resume saved. I don't have anything. This is my first time booting the game, you silly. Start new training. Let's do training. Because like I said, I've never touched the game before. I've watched it a few times, but I was not paying attention to the gameplay. So I'm gonna need some tutorial action going on here. So I think that's where I'm gonna start, is just going through the tutorials. There's a lot. Maybe I'll feel like I'm fine after the first couple. I want to remind everybody that this is a no backseat gaming stream. I will ask if I have questions. I'm sure I will have lots of questions, so you'll have plenty of time to help me out. But in general, just let me figure things out. Let me play the game. Recommend science mode? Yeah, I think I knew that. Hope your phone calls go well. Back in my day, there were no tutorials in the game whatsoever. I mean, people said the same thing when I started Elite. They were like, what? There's tutorials now? I'm like, yes, there are. There could be more. There should be more. Anyway, this tutorial presented by famous rocket scientist Werner von Kerman himself covers the basics of rocket construction in the vehicle assembly building. He's waiting for you down there and is always in high demand. Don't dally. Okay. Okie dokie dokie. Is this a good spot for my face? And do I need to move my logo? Where are good spots for camera and overlay things to live? I'm gonna leave everything the way that it is for just a second. Scoot this down. Boop, boop. Okay, welcome to today's, I'm covering this. Can I drag this? Oh, that's helpful. Welcome to today's lecture on vessel construction. I'm Werner von Kerman. Whether you want to put a satellite into orbit, make a transcontinental flight, or step into the very surface, onto the very surface of the Mun, you're going to need to build yourself a ship. It should be pretty easy, even if you're not a famous rocket scientist like myself. In this tutorial, I will first show you around the Kerbal Space Center. Then it will take you to the vehicle assembly building, where you'll learn how to construct a simple ship. We'll cover adding and removing parts, what the parts do, how to change the performance settings of the parts which have that option, and how to control staging. At the end of the tutorial, you will have a craft fit for a quick hop from the launch pad. At each step, I will lock out all controls other than the ones you need for that step. If you still manage to mess up, it took me some time to become as skilled as I am now, you can press the back button to go back and fix things. It won't light up unless you do mess up. Okay. We are now at the Kerbal Space Center. I'll give you a quick rundown on how to get around. The KSC, for short, is home to the pinnacle of Kerbal endeavor and achievements for space exploration. Using the facilities you can see here, you will be able to manage your space program, create rockets and planes, track your Kerbal explorers as they roam the solar system, find exciting new uses for explosive substances, and in case of emergency, hire more Kerbals. To find out about each of the facilities, you can hover your mouse over them, or the facilities buttons. They show up when the cursor is outside this window. If you need to repair a structure or upgrade them in career, I just added extra words there, it's fine. Oh, no, I didn't. Haha! My brain is la 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 la. I scooted it down to here. Is that okay? Or is it going to pop up with more information? Because I think when you're building, there's stuff all along here, so I can easily move the logo someplace else. I'm a little bit more concerned with where my face is living, because this takes up a lot more real estate. Anyway, you can do this by right-clicking them. Take some time to hover the mouse over the buildings and see what they each are, and when you're ready, enter the vehicle assembly building. Alright, bye. Research just like intercourse. Research, just like intercourse. Thank you for sticking your viewers in here, Wormy. I appreciate it. Game also has UI scaling. Oh, that's cool. I might want to muck with that because I just made it full screen by doing Alt-Enter, so it's a little bit rough around the edges. So I might want to fuck with that anyway. Research and development. At the R&D facility, our team of scientists works hard to crunch the data received from mission experiments. How are the background noises? The birds and whatnot. Are they good volume? Hey, Wraith Dagger. How you doing? Here, all research technologies can be viewed and new ones can be discovered. Status. Fully operational. Fully upgraded because it's a tutorial. Research science. Limit. Unlimited. Kerbal EVAs can collect surface samples. Cool. Enter. It's locked. What about the admin building? May not seem like a very exciting place at first, but here is where our strategic decisions are made. 5 active strategies. Cool, cool. Max commitment, 100%. Why would you commit less than 100%? If you're gonna do a thing, do the thing. The Astronaut Complex contains the living and recreation spaces for all our crew members. New applicants also apply here to be recruited. Capacity unlimited. Can perform EVAs. Kerbals on EVA can place flags. What is EVA? Is that where you have the jetpack and you go in space? Is that what that means? Is that like jetpack things? The spaceplane hangar allows construction of spacecraft designed to be launched from the runway. Unlimited parts supported, custom action groups. Okay, what's this? The Vehicle Assembly Building, the VAB. The FAB-VAB is where spacecraft are designed and built before being moved over to the launch pad for flight. So I'm going to be in here a lot. Cool, cool. Ooh! We can do a little spin move. Mission control, hello! I'm saying hello to them, like, hi, I see you! At the mission control facility, all available contracts can be managed. It also offers a very nice view of the launch sites. Sorry. My brain went in a separate direction inside my head than whatever the fuck I was just reading. For any who are brave enough to be close to a launching craft. And then tracking station. All ongoing missions can be viewed in focused. Landed craft, can be recovered from here as well. Oh, cool. Patched conics visible in map. Some power, blippity bloop. And last but not least, the launch pad is where vessels built in the VAB are launched. We are reasonably confident it's at least safe enough distance from everything else. Extra vehicular activities, so yeah, spacewalks and like, cool. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. How you doing today? All right. Cool. Let me real fast. Excuse me. I wanted to get to the settings from here. But escape button doesn't do anything. Pause menu. Haha. Figuring it out. Video and graphic. Half res. Give it to me full. Thicken, please. Alright, most of this crap I don't even know what it means. I'm not gonna muck with it too much. Apply. Well, that button, like, is gonna take me a little bit. Hey, Kit, how are you, love? There we go. I was hoping for, like, just a general... What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't know. Resolution? I think this is fine. It's whatever. Does this look better if I do this? Hang on. Does that change anything for you guys or just for me? I don't think that changes anything for you. This is full screen versus it's windowed. So things are a little bit more clear, but like... I want to see the big thing. This adjustment was a nightmare, made me sick with pain. Oh no! I feel like I got beat in the face with a bat. Darling! Oh, that's terrible. Oh, cool. Whee! Alright. I clicky. Couldn't tell you did anything? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna wanna scoot this. How about over here? That looks appropriate. You guys don't need to see this. Export craft, new, open, save, launch. I think, do you need to see any of the buttons that are under my head? I just read out what they were. Overall, intro translation, repeatedly murder the little pre-pickles? Oh man. Pre-pickles, huh? Or... Hi, how are you? Also, I wanted to share with you guys that I put on a specific shirt today. For science! And the science gets done, and you make a neat spaceship for the Kerbals who are still alive. Piglets! I like that. Last upgrade wire, so 6 months until surgery and adjustments shouldn't be so bad anymore. How much more crap are they gonna do to your mouth? That shirt is amazing, you monster. Not gonna get into spoilers, but that's very fitting. Oh, thank you. Very good. What you see in the middle of this screen is the construction area. This is where parts are placed and your craft is constructed. On the left side of the screen is the parts toolbox. It will show all the parts you have available in each of the different categories, once there are any to pick, that is. You just trying to sound like Yoda? I mean, I know you're both green, but like... My GLaDOS is really good? Thank you! I try. I also spent a lot of time trying to do, the sentry turret voice. Target lost. I don't hate you. Target lost. A good Left 4 Dead bride? Do you mean witch? I used to play a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 with friends, and sometimes I would troll them and like quietly do the witch noise into the microphone to make them think there was a witch around. I can't really do the smoker that well. The is like kind of there. Now I'm just making noises for the sake of making noises. Now the fact that I've had Joko stuck in my head all day is more appropriate. What's Joko? What is Joko? Hey, Simon, how are you? Anyway, select a command module. If you want your craft to be controllable, you need a command module, and it's best to make it the first part you place. This part will either contain some plucky Kerbal crew. Hey, there we go. Shit. This part will either contain some plucky Kerbal crew or an automated pilot mechanism. As we're just starting, there's only one choice. Go ahead and pick that command module from the Pods tab. Which one is the Pods? I just want to know. I know it's showing it to me right now, but... Oh, the one that's the different color. Jonathan Colton. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Hey, Blunders, how are ya? Yes, I knew it was open because I saw this, but I just wanted to know so that when I'm trying to find it later and more things are able to be clicked on, I'm not lost. Cat's happy about the time. Aw, good kitty. Alright, so... Mark 1 command pod. Less than a ton of mass, tolerance, blah blah blah. That's all just making my eyes glaze over, and it doesn't mean anything to me right now, so I will just click on it. Originally built as a placeholder for a demonstration mock-up of a rocket, the Mark 1 command pod was heralded as a far safer and more reliable option than its predecessors by rocket scientists throughout the world. It is now commonly seen in active service, and it costs 600 backwards square roots. What are Kerbal bucks? What are those called? What are those called? Looking around! After at least one part is placed, you can look around with the following controls. Arrow keys or right mouse drag. Page down. Okay, arrow keys. Plus minus is easier for... That goes down and up, huh? Interesting. Look at them go! Look at their little clipboard. I like their little walk. Ding, 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 ding. What doing science? Ding, 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 ding. Look at them! Oh, I love them. Hey, Quabena, how are you? See, right mouse. Up, down, spin around. Okay. Zoom the camera. It says scroll wheel, but that's not really zooming. Oh, shift and scroll. Uh-huh. This kind of looks like eyeballs. Oh, there's not another eye. I saw this here, and I thought there was another one of these, and then this. And I was like, that's totally a little tiki face. Have like 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth that's some sort of sign on there? Warning. Can't see it. Hatch heat. Hatch may open. That's really hard to see. It's really hard to read. Hey, Nenalai, how are you? Hey, Lego Fish, how are you guys? I'm sorry Kitty's being a little turd inside me. Adding a parachute. If you'd like your pilot to be able to make more than one flight, he or she will have to return safely to the ground or water on Kerbal. Parachutes are a simple way to make sure that happens. They can be found on the Utility tab, changed by clicking. When you're choosing parts, you can view the details of available parts by hovering over them in the toolbox. When the info is visible, most parts have an additional information window, which can be opened with a right click. Note that the parachute states the effective diameter in each state and what the maximum safe speed for deployment is. Go ahead and select the Mark 16 parachute by left-clicking, move it to the top of the command pod so that the green sphere is at the bottom of the green sphere at the bottom of the parachute lines up with the green sphere at the top of the pod. Okay. Utility. Here's a parachute. Found lying by the side of the road. Good, great. That's fantastic. Did anybody tell me what the Kerbal bucks are called? Because otherwise I'm just gonna call them backwards square roots. Okie dokie. So let's take this. Boop. How am I supposed to know what... I mean, I know that it kind of, like, clicks in, but I'm, like, sitting here trying to, like, really make sure that the thing's lined up. And it's like, we're just gonna help you. Fine. Adjusting part options. Please stop being under my face. Some parts, like our parachute here, have configurable options. To see these, we need to right-click on the parachute. Do that, you'll see the parameters. On the parachute, you can see we can adjust our altitude and atmospheric pressure at which to open. That setting can be quite useful on distant worlds. For now, let's check that the opening height on the chute is at least 1,000 meters, because safety is the Kerbal way, after all. Is it, though? For the pressure slider, move it a bit to the right. Oh, okay, well, you need to be away from here now. So they want it at 0.0, or 0.2, okay. They want it at 0.2, and they want this at 1,000. This setting prevents the chute from activating until the atmospheric pressure is above the configured value. On Kerbal, 0.2 is about 9 kilometers in altitude, so even if you stage early and arm the parachute, it will wait until then to activate. Okay. You can hide these options by right-clicking on the background scene or picking up another part. When you're happy with that, we can proceed. Yay! Ooh. Configure vessel naming? Oh, we can name things? Kerbucks? That would be clever. There's apparently no given name for them that I found? Really? Is there like a community given name? I call them money. Credits with a K. I like Kerbucks. Names people have for them are great though. Kerbucks, coins, cash, credits, Rudies? Spaceos? At first I thought cereal, and I was like, no, it's pesos. Spaceos. Kruples? Yeah, I like that. I like those. Learning from this tutorial already. I always just did the parachutes manually. Oh. I came as soon as I heard we're naming things? Not yet. I don't have anything to name yet. Spaceos is amazing. That's really good. I like that. I think I'll probably go with Kerbucks, or we'll come up with some sort of something for him. Sometimes I'll probably still call it reverse square root monies. Oh, that, you know, that kind of looks like backslash F if I'm looking at the close-up here. Maybe because everything's expensive, so it's like, rip your money. Next up, we're going to need something to make us go. Click on the Engines tab, grab one and connect it to the bottom of the pod. You may need to zoom or move around the camera. Okay. Engines. BACC. Back thumper. Solid fuel booster. Filled with a new, even more volatile fuel. I'm probably gonna end up calling this Bacta a lot. I like Star Wars. The back offers semi-reliable performance at a good price. Okay, so wow! That is way larger than I anticipated. I thought it was gonna be like a little tail. And it's just like thonk, thonk, chonk, thonk, chonk. I'm a big lad. Okay. Plonk. There's a lot less alignment things so far than I anticipated. This could change once it's out of the tutorial. Like, they might let you put things on askew, we'll say. Considering how things tend to go from what I've seen, /F is very appropriate. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, next up... Oops! I forgot you're just starting out. You're not a famous rocket scientist, and to make that craft survivable as it stands now, you'd have to be better at rocket science than me. Ha! Impossible! The problem with that craft is that this solid rocket is too powerful for the payload, a single small pod and chute. It will either burn up on ascent from going too fast or burn up coming back down. Even if you survive that, the craft's mass will cause it to fall too fast for the parachute to operate properly, and you'd hit the surface before it could stop you. Thanks! I told you exactly what pieces to put on there, but whoopsies, you suck! Thanks, Werner, you jerk. Okay, I promise to teach you how to change that to make it work in a later tutorial. But for now, let's continue. No! Well, at least this way I get to tell you about removing parts. Pick up the back thumper and either drop it or press delete. Plop. The right solid motor. Instead, let's add the solid motor that's a better match for a ship of this size. Aw, a little chunk. At the start of your career, you will have what I consider rubbish parts, literally. The motor here looks like and may well be a converted trash can. As long as no one's living in it, that's fine. That said, it does have enough oomph to get this little craft moving skyward and quickly. As you progress, you'll be able to unlock more engines and other parts. For now, let's pick up the RT5 flea and connect it to the bottom of the pod. I like this so far. V-Bucks from Jeff Bezos. Found lying by the side of the road. Great. While considered by some to be little more than a trash bin full of boom, the RT5 can be seen in use at many space programs. Perhaps possibly because it's the only option for many space programs, but nevertheless, this small booster provides a nice kick to lift small payloads to considerable heights. Use with caution though, once lit, solid fuel motors cannot be put out until the fuel runs out. Interesting. Alright, plonk. I'm in love with the noises and the way that the Kerbals walk. Ooh! Look at their little tractors. She thinks my tractor's sexy. That's not really a tractor, is it? It's fine. It's fine, I can be wrong. Okay, the staging stack. Nice one. You've built the simplest survivable craft possible. We could go launch this right now, but it might be easier to explain one other thing first. In the bottom right, you'll see the staging stack, which is now covered by my stuff. Let's just scoot this over. I will find a good spot to put things eventually. It's the box with the number 0 and the icons for the parachute and engines in it. This stack allows us to see... This stack shows us which parts will be activated as we stage our rocket. What this shows is that when we activate the next stage, both the engine and the parachute will be triggered. While it could be considered funny to open the chute and fire the motor at the same time, it's not going to give you much of a flight. To fix this, we need to separate the engine and the chute into 2 stages. If you mouse over the 0 stage, you'll see a plus and minus. Click plus to add. If you add too many, click the -1. Make sure you have exactly 2. Bing! And then I'm assuming drag this down here. Oh, who's smart? Excellent. It's important to note that the stages activate from the highest number and then count down. Aha! So I actually did this right, but by accident. Our first stage will be stage 1, and the second stage will be stage 0. Drag the engine, which I did. To give our pilot some comfort. Any bets she makes it to space this stream, not counting tutorial? Ooh! Yeah, what's the... How many spacecraft do you think I'm going to make explode? Do you think I will make it into space? Can't wait till we get to space. Hi, Uncle T. Alright, saving it for later. That's it. Now we have a safe, well, relatively safe craft that's ready to go. Let's make sure if we need this design again, we don't have to build it from scratch. Top of the screen, we see the name for our craft. Alright, chat, do you want to name this craft? Untitled Spacecraft doesn't seem so majestic. Why don't you change that to something more your style? And you can add a description if you'd like to. You can describe it. So the description is going to be small chonk, SMOL, titled spacecraft. So for those of you who are not familiar with the way that we name things, I want you to just like raise your hand if you want to help out, and we're going to do it letter by letter. We'll say up to 10, so the first 10 people, and I'm sure I'll make more crafts, so we'll have plenty of pending explosion. When you use the load screens later, these names and descriptions can help you grab the right one. When you're happy with the name, click on the save icon. Okay. So, Uncle T, go first. What is our first letter? Simon, does that mean you want to help? X. Alright, Simon. What's our second letter? We're gonna get up to 10. Keep it in the American alphabet, please, chat. And I do mean alphabet. What's the kill count? I'm only in the tutorial. We haven't gotten anywhere yet. Blunders, you'll be 3rd. Alright, we have X, Y. Blunders, what's our 3rd? Does anyone else want to help with our name? L. Malith, you want P? Sure. Now we're just going ham. Alright, fine. Zilpt. Now you don't get 2. You don't get 2, Beam. Listen. One at a time. I don't even know. No, Bread. No. Garthnak? Sure, put down a letter. What comes after Zilpt? Zilpto. It reminds me of like, this is like the X-Acto knife's cousin. Zilpto. Oh, double O? Alright, that's fine. Zilptu. Yeah, I missed that one. I was too distracted by that horrific thing that Bread put in chat. Zilptui? Now it sounds like we're a cartoon character spitting into a Splatoon. Zilptui! Oh no, this is awful. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? I think that's a good name. Thanks, chat. Our very first vessel is called Zilptui. And click save. Alright. I've saved it. It's a excellent name. It's so graceful. Summing up, excellent work. Feel free to play around with the parts and techniques I've shown you. When you're ready to continue, press the red button in the upper right to exit. Back at the training menu, try the flight basics to learn how to fly this little craft. Zilptui's gonna try to go to space! And then the intermediate construction tutorial can tell you more about the editor. This is just for playing around. Okay. Let's go. I'm ready for the next tutorial. Zilptui is the sound it makes when it when it explodes, when it blows up. Looked like an E holding a platter while wearing a funky hat. Yeah, that I don't. No thanks. Software piracy, streaming services, video game preservation, resurrecting the rental model. Yeah, that's a lot of discussion. Learn the basics of flying. In this tutorial, flight instructor Gene Kerman will take you through the essential flight controls and instruments. Whee! Surprise, Google equals 0 matches for Zilptui. You know what we like to do when we name things, though? We like to put it into Google Translate. You know, oh my gosh, friend! I just want to hug this friend! A Velly Belly! First of all, great name. I'm a fan of rhyming. Ready? We're gonna thank you for becoming a first-time patron of the hype, so we're gonna do a dance. Our dance is just as graceful as our flights are gonna be, and that's really appropriate, don't you see? Oh yeah. Hope you like your dance, hope you like your dance. Yes, I like to dance for you, as a thank you, as a celebration, as a thank you, as a celebration. La la la, la 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 la. Yes, this is what we like to do. Thank you so much. This one's ripped from Just Dance. Nuh-uh. Now I'm warm. Ugh. Warm. Alright. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Ouch. Zilptui will more likely go about 5 kilometers. Hey, I believe in Zilptui. I believe in Zilptui. Alright, we were gonna see what Zilptui sounds like in Google Translate. Enter text.
Oh, look!
Tui.
I love it!
English detected. It's like only English is this fucking heinous. That's funny. How would you say this, Google?
XYLP TUI.
No, you're wrong. How about in Hindi? What does it sound like?
Zalptoi.
Zalptoi. How about Arabic?
Exilptui.
Exilptui. How about Irish? It does not know how to pronounce that in Irish. Basque. Someone was talking about Basque the other day. Swahili. This would not be a Swahili word.
Xilptoi.
Zilptoi would be how that is, by the way. Anyway. So we've got weird options for Zilptui there. I think I actually found the Kerbal symbol in the character map. Cool. Check out your test, Kerbin. I know! I've seen the game before, but I haven't paid attention to the gameplay. But I have noticed the Kerbals. Valentina! Oh, they're thrilled to be here. Even when things are exploding and going wrong, they're just like, this is great. Science is happening. Creamy Spittle. That is the most disgusting name I think I've ever heard in my life. But welcome to the court of the hype. Here is your welcome, meerkat dance. Doodaloo. Also, I'm not hearing any music. Does the game have music? Albro Brooklyn. Hey, Zilptui! What are you doing in there? You in the capsule? You got a parachute? Legacy? Does, but not until space. Alright, so maybe I'll put some music on in the background then. Vagina!
I believe in Zalpta Lady Lay one derp.
Zalpta Oi! It's like she got punched in the stomach while she was speaking. Poor bit lady. Simon, thank you for that cheer. I appreciate it. Parachutes. I only got one parachutes. The two what? Toasty, how are you doing? But no, nothing's exploded yet. We're just going through the tutorial, and I'm about to learn how to launch things. It's going to be very exciting. I do want to put some music on in the background. Let me know if the music is too loud, or maybe we can try a different station. Vagina! Yep, that's one of the cheer sounds. Vagina. Musler, love you. Someone let me know how many Kerbals she kills. 0! We're going for 0 Kerbal deaths. I believe. Kit, thank you for coming and saying hi. I hope you have a good rest of your day and a good lurk. We'll see you later. Alright, welcome to the Kerbal Space Center launch facility. I'm Jean Kerman and I will teach you the basics of piloting a spacecraft. I trust you've already checked the basic construction tutorial. If not, I recommend you do so before going through this one. Today we will do a run-through of all of the important controls for your spacecraft. Our little Zilptui from your for your basic construction lesson with Werner may not have all of them, but we'll do a full run-through once and see how it flies. If you're ready to go, press next. Flying a spacecraft is all about being in control of a generally very chaotic situation. As a pilot, your main flight controls will affect the pitch, yaw, and roll of the ship. Let's look at those first. Everything else will be locked until the end of the tutorial. Okay. Pitch, yaw, and roll are the 3 directions. Mallet, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the court of the hype. Here is your meerkat. Welcome dance. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. So yaw is, I'm gonna call it A and D because I play a lot of Elite Dangerous, and even though I use a HOTAS now, I still translate my HOTAS controls into the keyboard and mouse controls. Mouse and keyboard controls. So like A and D, roll is spin around, Zilptui. Pitch is this way. I thought pitch was like this, which it is, but I thought it was pitch and yaw, so I was wrong. I'm just wrong. You control your ship's rotation. Okay. Pitch up and down, yaw is left and right, Q, E. Okay. That's the Q and E are what are going to screw me up because I'm used to Q being strafe left, strafe right. but that's okay. I will learn. By controlling pitch, yaw, and roll together, you can keep your ship in a controlled flight. Try it now and notice the indicator on the lower left side move as you provide input control. Okay, there's pitch. Yaw, spinna, 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 spinna. And roll. Beep, boop, beep, doop. Throttle plus pitch, yaw, and control are the main controls you'll need to master for a successful crash-free flight. We'll skip over the throttle control for now as this vessel has no need for it. Don't worry, I'll explain it another time. Remember that all of these controls have a limited amount of effectiveness, so bigger, heavier ships will probably respond much more sluggishly to controls than this little Zilp Tui. In Elite Q&E are default role? No, they're not. I only played on default. It's also good to keep in mind that stages are separated from the ship. As the stages are separated from the ship, it will become lighter, and this means easier to control. In flight, all the planning you put into the staging sequence of your ship comes into play, from launch to the final deployment of the descent parachutes. You can control the activation of several of the ship's parts by activating stages, space bar, launch, or activate next stage. Notice the stage indicator in the lower left corner. It shows currently active stage. Since we haven't launched yet, it's showing first stage as active. I have your staging controls locked for now, so the stage indicator is glowing purple. One more thing on staging. If the staging setup is causing strife, or you change your mind about something, you can edit the stage sequence on the fly, pun intended. No need to go back to the assembly facility. Nav Ball. An important part of flying. I'm gonna need to move my face, aren't I? Because you guys are gonna want to see these buttons up over here. That's fine. Yes. A ball is... As the title says, it's baby's first Kerbals, and also I have the tag for first playthrough. 'Tis my first time indeed. That is not what I mean to move. I'm trying to move this. Let's just plop me down in the middle. How about that? Plop me down! Plop me down! I think that's good. Am I sticking out? I can't see. I can't tell. I think that's fine. Anyway. Ship is saved by this name. Yep. It'll be a Zilp Tui forever. Remap them to Q and E because I didn't like them on A&D. Yeah, the best part is watching me struggle. Sure. You friggin' sadist, Simon. It'd be funny to put your face where the Kerbal test subject is. No, I like her. That would be kind of funny though, but I would also have to crop the camera. That's like way too much fucking work. Way too much work. I do want to move this though, because it's bothering me. Oh wait, there's things there. Dang it! I might just take the Court of the Hype symbol away for today. Anyway, an important part of flying is knowing how your ship is oriented and where it is going. That's why a good pilot is always aware of the ship's attitude, where it's pointing, and velocity vector, where it's going. These aren't always the same direction, and as your skills improve, you should pick up on these. The big round instrument on the lower center of the screen is called the Nav Ball. This device sums up most of the critical information needed for proper death-free flight. Here you see the ship's nose in relation to the horizon when you're not pointing straight up. It's easily visible as a line where between blue sky and brown ground, as well as its heading, compass bearing, and speed. You will also... Ooh! You also get several icons that indicate things like your current velocity vector, but we'll look at those later. In the top center of the screen, you have your altimeter, vertical speed indicator, and atmosphere gauges. Yeah, this is going to be a lot. Expect me to not be looking at most of these instruments at any given time, because it's just a lot. You sink years into it? Yeah, a lot of people have like a billion hours in the game. The altimeter will show the distance to the planet's surface at sea level. This means the actual surface may be much closer, so watch out for the ground when landing. Your vertical speed indicator shows how quickly your altitude is changing. When launching, it's considered best to keep this gauge pointing up. Okay. Oh, this is it. I see. Oh, hello! Huh. Cool. The atmosphere gauge indicates how deep the ship is in the planet's atmosphere. This helps you know if the ship is high enough for orbiting without losing speed to air resistance, or judge how effective wings and control surfaces will be. Okay. Parachute indicators. One last thing before we give this rocket the green light. In the staging stack, you can see the indicator for your parachute. Over here. I see it. The indicator shows when the chute will be activated by staging. You already know that. But the background will also change color to indicate when it is safe to stage the parachute. And the foreground, the parachute bit of the icon itself, will change color depending on the parachute's state. Note, however, that by default parachutes will not deploy when unsafe, even if you stage them. The left 3 show safety: safe, risky, unsafe. The chute is unstaged in the left 3. Okay. The right 3 show state after staging: armed, deployed, and cut or shredded. Maybe that's what you want for your body, but not for a parachute. When you are familiar with chute icon colors, we can move on. Okay. Okay, enough talk. I'll unlock the flight controls and you'll be clear for launch. At any time, you may press escape to pause the game. In the pause menu, you can restart the flight or end this tutorial and return to main menu. For now, get, yourself prepared and hit space when ready to launch. Don't forget, our little Zilp Tui has only a solid rocket motor, so there's no throttle control. That's why we didn't review it. Make sure to fly in a nice high arc and enjoy the flight. Okay! Baby's first takeoff! Valentina, I trust you. 3, 2, 1, space! So far I'm not hitting anything, I'm just kind of taking it in here. Up you go! You can try practicing some of the controls. Alright, y'all. Do a little wiggle. This tilts the nose, okay. Keep an eye on the parachute icon. Staging list that shows you how safe the current environment is for chutes. We're kind of just hanging here, aren't we? Once it goes red, it won't deploy until it's clear again, even if you stage it. I realize this could be too much to learn in one go, so if you forget, you can look at it later. You can also see whether your crew are enjoying the trip in the lower right corner. Hi, Valentina! Your solid motor has burned out. You're passing... How the fuck do you say that? Apopsis? Is it like soap? Apoapsis. Apoapsis. Highest point in your flight. Oh shit! Excuse me. Oh god, I'm spinning. Oh no. Okay. Stop that. Stop. I keep wanting the mouse to do things, and that's not how that works. No, stop. Ah! Stage the parachute. Parachute, help me! Help! I'm trying to get the nose up. Come on. Nose! Nose! Pitch! Pitch not helping. Do it! How do I make it go? Oh. We're just spinning in circles. I'm worried that it's not facing up. Oh no. Oh please. Do go upwards. Is it not gonna go? Why did it go? Oh, I have to. Apoapsis? Okay. Listen! I thought it said it was gonna do it anyway. Valentina, I'm sorry. Oh, shucks. Something went... Oh, excuse you. I'm trying to read this. Something went terribly wrong here. You might want to try to stay alive on an actual mission, you know. Don't feel bad. I'll send someone to clean that up and you can try again. Make sure you fly high enough to be going slow enough for parachute deployment, and make sure you remember to stage it to arm it. That was very stressful to try and read the tooltips while I'm just like in the air, falling. I'm not murdering pickles. Alright. Flight results. Liftoff. Crash. Valentina was killed. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. She'll come back. Parachute collided into the surface. Booster collided into the surface. Total mission time, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Okay. Try that again. Okay, JP. Guys, try not to backseat game me too much, though. I will ask if I want help. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. I know that there's a lot to learn, but this is why I'm in the tutorial. Under or over on 5 kills before success? No! I got this. I got this. I just need to... I need to ignore Jean. Here we go. Oh! Okay. So we're going up. Yeah! Valentina, look! She's fine. She's so excited. She's like, look at us in the sky! Wait, why did the parachute come out? Why the fuck did the parachute come out of my butt? And why did it come out now? Oh, how did these get staged together? Wait, excuse me, that's not at all what I did. Excuse you? What? That's not right at all. That's not what I did! I mean, I guess we'll land fine? And whee! She's so happy! Oh, don't get sick. Oh no.
Look.
Oh boy.
I love it.
The more I try to help this out, the less... the less it looks like helping. Now I sit back and enjoy the descent. Yeah, I guess so. Now it looks like it's coming out of the tip of the thing, rather than where the engine was. Maybe it was just an illusion that was coming out the butt. Yeah, but I don't know why that was in the same stage, because that's not how I had it. And I just reverted, so it shouldn't have done anything. And I don't think I hit space, but maybe I did. I don't remember. Did you finish Outer Wilds? No, I did not. We're finishing on Sunday. Kandarian, how you doing? Can you not have her nose, like, right in the thing, please? That makes me nervous. There we go. There you go. You're gonna land with your butt on the ground. That's good. But yeah, please, no backseat gaming. It's rule 2. No backseating. I'll ask for help when I want help. Thanks so much. Do Kerbals even know fear? She's dancing. She's so excited. The Kerbals are just excited to be here, I think. Alright, so there we go. We did it. Probably. Surface is about 6 meters per second a week. Boop! Yay! So even though the parachute came out really early, because somehow the staging got screwed up, we landed! So yay! Well done, you've survived your first quick flight. When you're landed or splashed on Kerbin and not in training, you can point the mouse just above the altimeter and check the recover button on the panel that slides down and ask to be picked up. I've also unlocked the crew hatch, so if you feel like going out for a walk or swim, you can click the EVA, Extravehicular Activity button, that will pop up when you mouse over the portrait of the Kerbal you want to take for a walk. You can do it just for fun or to collect a surface sample. Yes, we're going to collect every sample. For science! This concludes today's lesson. To exit training, press escape. Hope to see you again and learn more about suborbital flight, perhaps. Bye! Alright, bye, Jean. Pick me up! Come get her. Somehow the parachute came out early and you went higher. Apparently. So do I have to wait for somebody to come out? Or like... How do I know if somebody's trying to get here? Ah, we're not that far away. I don't see any cars though. Hello! Valentina, you good in there, honey? You fine? Can I not recover it in, I guess I can't do that in the tutorial. I mean, but he just left and she's just sitting here. Alright, let's end the scenario. Chat loves explosions and Kerbals don't mind it too much. Yeah, apparently, they're fine. Alright, intermediate construction. This tutorial, presented by famous rocket scientist Werner von Kerman himself, covers how to design a craft that can escape Kerbin's atmosphere and return safely. Let's do it. We went up, we came down, successfully, somehow. Hello again! Glad you could come back. To get started, go ahead and enter the VAB, and I'll give you the overview on what we're building today. We really killed one Kerbal. Don't talk about that. She's fine. She's fine. Unless maybe they have clones, and the original one is not okay. Alright, here we are again. Now to business. If you remember in our last construction tutorial, we covered how to build a simple hopper. Our hopper was named Zilp-Tui because of chat. And some of the basics of the construction area. In this tutorial, we'll expand your knowledge of some of the more useful features in the VAB, and we'll build a more complex craft that will be able to get us out of atmosphere. To build our new design, let's start with the craft we built in the basic construction tutorial, though this one is just called Zilp-Tui, excuse you. Honor Zilp-Tui, please, thanks. This will save us a little bit of time, and the accounting department is always happy when we save on time. Click the open button, and then remove the motor. If you mess up, you can recreate the craft from the part list by placing a pod first, then parachute, and we'll leave all parts you need available. If you delete the craft file, close the load dialog and open it back again. Okay. Alright. Excuse you. Alright, Zilp-Tui, give me this. Tweaking the chute. Unlike last time, we won't be bringing the whole vessel back, so we can change our parachute's stats from what we used before. Right-click the parachute and verify that its deployment altitude is set to 1,000 meters as last time, but also set the minimum pressure slider all the way to the right, 0.75 atmospheres. That corresponds to an altitude on Kerbal of about 2 kilometers and means a much shorter time hanging around. Alright. Whee! I did it! First off, let's change the name of our craft. If we're gonna... Is this gonna be Zilp-Tui again? Or since we're building a different one, do we want a different name? I feel like Zilp-Tui didn't get much airtime. Sentient lima beans. Will the more complex craft have a more complex name? Maybe we should put Zilp-Tui as the first name, and then like the surname is something else. Zilp-3, oh my goodness. Zilp-Tui did blow up once, and land once. How about... how about a second name? We'll have Zilp-Tui to honor our very first craft. And then, chat, if you would like to help name, give Zilp-Tui, our second craft, a surname. Put a letter in chat. Malith has the right idea. And I'll take the first up to 10. Why do I let you do this? Zilp-Tui Su E Ooh. This is horrible. Is that it? Is it Zilp-Tui Sui 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 Got all the vowels in there at some point. Alright. It's so good. More advanced chunk. Here you go. There. Thanks, chat. Dun, dun, dun. So we still have our trash can special for later on. Simply change the name. We can proceed. Okay. Well, let me save it. Fine. Adding some extra functionality. Great. For this craft, we're going to give the ship some... Hang on. Before we do anything, I need to know how that's pronounced. I don't even... So we had... Let's go back to Google Translate. We have TCQ. I've already forgotten. TCQSUEU. It detects Catalan.
Text whale.
Text whale. What is that?
Text whale.
Text whale.
Text whale.
There's definitely two is in there.
Text whale.
Text whale.
Text whale.
I hear dicks. Well, then it's super appropriate for this channel. It's really on brand. Ticks. Tick. One more time.
Text whale.
Ticks whale.
Text whale.
Whale. Ticks whale. Perfect. All right. Thanks, chat. Zilp-Tui ticks whale. So good. Imagine ground control. Zilp-Tui ticks whale. This is used to... I like have to relay information fast and ground control's just losing their shit laughing the whole time. Anyway, we're going to give the ship some additional purpose by attaching a science experiment. We can run these experiments during our travels and get valuable science data for Kerbal kind. There are a number of science experiments to be performed, but at the moment, I'm still laughing at Swale. Owen Wilson's first time in the dildo factory. Okay. Yep. I can't. There are a number of science experiments to be performed, but at the moment we only have Mystery Goo Containment Unit. I gotta just... The Mystery Goo Containment Unit, which is inside of the Swale. Swale. That's so hard to do. Switch to the Science tab to look at it. This is one of the most basic scientific experiments Kerbal scientists have devised, and one of the first things they want to try and understand better. I mean, they don't even know what color the goo is. Oh, I think we know. I think we know. That's not where the hole is. Shut up, chat. Wait, is there Kerbal music now? There is now. I thought someone said it was only in space. Sigur. I was, remember we were talking about the other day, and I was like, that was from a song, and I was like, was that Lizzo or Missy Elliott? And I couldn't remember. It's both, actually. It's a Lizzo song, but Missy Elliott does that part with all of the boots on down with the fur. Look good, look good, look grrr. So I was correct on both parts. I know you were all really concerned that I was wrong about something, but let me assure you, I was correct. Yes, a ferret in a vat. It was a thing. It was a thing. Right, switch to Science tab. Perfect, I did it. Mystery Goo Containment Unit. This unit was something one of our engineers came upon while while researching alternative applications for existing technologies. It's a sealed container which appears to be filled with a strange-looking substance. We couldn't reach in or break the canister open, but watching how the goo behaves when subjected to different situations could be very educational. Okay. Using symmetry. When you pick up the part, you will see that it's designed to attach to the sides of other parts, i.e. radically. If we attach only one of these, then during flight our craft will be unbalanced. One way to solve this is to add an extra goo container on the opposite side of the rocket so they balance. Luckily, we have a Symmetry Tool to help here. These buttons control symmetry, highlighted... where? Over here? And angle snap can be found in lower left. Press symmetry button. Cycle through symmetry modes. Set this to 2 times. I see. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. Then pick up and place a Mystery Goo Containment Unit on the side of the pod near the top. You'll notice that a second one has been placed opposite the first one by the Symmetry Tool. If you had already placed a lone canister, pick it up. Make sure symmetry is set, place it again. Remember to place the canisters near the nose of the pod. Alright, we're gonna stick our nose right next to the goo. That's probably fine. I wanted it to be kind of on the side here. That's fine. Oh, that's better. Yes. Perfect. Put it there. No, put it there. I want it on the stripes. I want it on the stripes, please. What if I should do it this way instead and just trust that's gonna be on the other side? Yeah. And goo! Yes, there we go. If we had too many more parts here, the craft we are making will be too heavy to survive re-entry safely, and too heavy to be slowed by our parachute, leading to sudden impact syndrome. So we will need to add a decoupler below the pod. Decouplers can be found in the coupling tab. Oh boy, do I wish I could be in the coupling tab for once. Yeah, no, I'm never wrong. Never wrong. And will let us split the craft when you no longer need the lower parts. We won't be able to recover the discarded parts, but at least our craft and our Kerbal will survive re-entry and landing. Decouplers can be used in many ways, but for now, let's just add one of these to the bottom of the pod. Go to the coupling tab, grab the TD12, and place it. Note that stack decouplers have arrows. The arrows show which side is the side that decouples. Make sure your decoupler's arrow is pointing up towards the pod. It will be by default. Alright, look at it go! Spin around! The TD12 stack decoupler is equipped with a, hopefully, small explosive charge that will sever the structural linkage between itself and whatever it's connected to. Painted on its sides are handy arrows indicating which side will detach. The top bit. Cool. Well done. You'll recall, I hope, that in the previous tutorial we had to adjust the staging stack when we added the engine to our earlier rocket. When you add a decoupler, the extra stage is automatically added to the stack so that any new parts below the decoupler won't be staged at the same time as those above it. You can, of course, still move these all around, but hopefully this will save you some time as you go. If you ever want to return to this default staging setup, click a thing. Okay, so we've got decoupler and parachute. Yeah, but it's a coupling tab. You start with coupling and then you decouple. Gotta couple before you decouple. See, Jim knows what's up. Jim knows what I'm all about. I love penis vagina. Yeah, I'm convinced that anything involving ships, including spaceships, anything involving ships or like arts and crafts, it just sounds dirty. All of it sounds absolutely filthy. There's no getting around it. Uncle Travis. Oh boy. This time we're going to use a liquid propellant rocket engine. Unlike solid rocket motors, these engines don't carry their own propellants with them, so we need to add some fuel tanks. Go to the fuel tanks tab. We are still using these early parts, so they're only FLT 100s. What you want to bet, I'm going to say FTL, like all the time, available. This is another area, like engines, where advancement brings bigger and better parts. We're going to need 5 of these tanks to get us to space. Before you grab 5 tanks from the part toolbox, let me give you another tip. Because efficiency is my middle name, it goes right after Von. Really? I thought Von Kerman would be the last name, so it'd be like Werner Efficiency Von Kerman. I was wrong. Once you place the first tank on the rocket, you can duplicate it by holding the left Alt key and clicking on the tank. You can do this on the bottom of the tank a few times, quickly get those 5 attached. Couldn't I also just make this into a 5 and put it there? We'll see. We will see. Alright, so I want... That's what I want. So I need engine. Right? And then the fuel? I feel like Because it said we need to add... Okay, let me reread this. Alright, maybe it just wants me to do fuel first. Where would I put that? I've got goo all up in here. Where would they go? I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna do it like this. Because this makes more sense to me. It might be wrong, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Yeah, no, I saw it, JP. Doesn't mean I had to read it out loud. Alright, and then, oh, so maybe we do put the fuel tanks for, I see. I was expecting to be more like the goo canisters, so that explains why they don't want that there. Excuse me. Give me this. Put it back. That, now I get it. I was like, why wouldn't I just do it that way? Now it makes sense. Alright, so place this, then hit click an Alt, there we go, boom. Oh, no, I didn't mean to take that off. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yay! Didn't notice the eye roll. Wasn't worth one. Good! Switch over to the Engines tab now. The Swivel Engine you see here is obviously different from the flea we used before. This was a liquid engine and it needs and burns both liquid fuel and oxidizer. Funnily enough, that's what we just added to the rocket. Attach the LVT-45 swivel to the bottom of the rocket. Keep an eye on the staging stack, see how it changes. So yeah, we've got the chute and the decoupler, and the fuel is not even in there, so that's probably good, or the fuel could just be yeeted by its own self. Jebediah Kerman's Junkyard and Spacecraft Parts Company. Good job, Jebediah. You are just an entrepreneur, aren't you? The LVT-45 engine was considered a breakthrough in the LVT series due to its thrust vectoring feature. It can deflect its thrust to aid in craft control. All these added mechanics, however, make for a slightly smaller and heavier engine in comparison with the other models. Okay. Plop. Alright. Looks normal. Adding fins for balance. We're almost there and you're doing fine. Maybe not as speedily as someone of my caliber, though. The last thing we're going to need is to give this rocket a little better stability, so it keeps going the way we want it to go. We'll achieve this by adding some fins near the bottom of the rocket. Fins can be found in the Aerodynamics tab. Set Symmetry mode to 4. You can also turn on Angle Snap by clicking the button next to it. That'll help you align the fins. Drop a basic fin. Dropping fins, dropping fins. Alright, so we got 4. And what did that angle this at all? I'm just trying to, I don't think that did anything. In this case, no. I'm gonna put them here. Ta-da! That looks good. Ready to rock! Woo! Excellent. We've now got a rocket that will let us reach for the stars. Admittedly, I did say reach for, as this is a basic rocket which can't achieve orbit. But on the bright side, that means re-entry will also be basic. Good, because I'm a bitch. Hey, Namia, how you doing? That was a stupid joke. The low temp diamonds think you're funny. I'm sure they're laughing on the inside. You've done a great job building the basic hopper and sub-orbit capable rocket. Hopefully you've learned a few things about how to build a craft and how to use some of the shortcuts that are here. that are in here. Feel free to hang around a bit and try your hand at other things too, or perhaps you could look at the next lesson on suborbital flight, where we will see just how well this rocket performs, or head over to the science tutorial to learn how to advance your career and unlock more parts. Yeah. If you could show yourself out of the construction facility with the red button at the top right when you're done experimenting, that would be great. Auf Wiedersehen. Done. We're going to save Zilptui Swow. Swow. I'm a peach. Aw, thanks. Does that also mean I'm fuzzy? Because, you know, accurate. Accurate. I know I hit the save button like 8 times. It just bothers me that it didn't do anything. Okay. Now leave. And go back to training. Suborbital flight. Let's take Zilptui Swow into space? Question mark? But not into orbit. Alright, Anomnia. People can be fuzzy. I mean, like look at me. There are a lot of hair here. I don't shave my legs. There's hair everywhere. My armpit hair grows from like up here to down here. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Welcome! Hello again! Glad you could make it back. Today we will take an exciting step, getting our first Kerbal into space! Yep, with a capital S. Hopefully you remember the controls we discussed in the basic flight tutorial, but don't forget that you can always press escape and click to view the key bindings. If you're ready, let's get started. Your mission today is to make a short suborbital, less than orbital, flight out over the water. Oh, okay. So not even in space? Or just like still in atmosphere? Whatever, go over the water to the east. It's a nice arcing path that ensures a gentle, survivable re-entry. Okay, so we are leaving. Alright, just wanted to double check there. Straight up, then straight down is not so good for survival. I've set up the pink target indicator on the Nav Ball as aim point, but do note this is not the case for normal missions. Target marker is normally used for other things and does not help with ascents. Starting with the nose pointing straight up on the launch pad or 90 degrees elevation from the eastern horizon. Tilt 80 degrees elevation on the Nav Ball by 150 meters per second. Start at 50. Okay, well, that's a lot. I'm already like, So that's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Tilt east to 70 degrees by 400. Start at 250. After burnout, coast up into space and have a look around. Prepare for re-entry, re-enter, and land safely. Once we reach burnout, i.e. run out of propellant, we'll have a bit more time to discuss some other things. Yeah, sure, I totally got all that, thanks. 80, start at 50, do it by 150, but like I don't remember the north, I think? You describe yourself as oatmeal? So like lumpy and plain? Or like fairly white? Because you're thick. Oh, okay. It's not the first thing I think of when I think of oatmeal, but sure. Oh, we're down. The music cutting in and out is going to mess with me. Unlike the hopper in our first lesson, this new craft has liquid fuel engines. This means we can use the throttle to set the output of the ship's engines. Throttle is controlled by left shift, left control. Z is max, X is cut off. Try these out now. Okay. You'll see indicator needle slide up and down along the graph on the lower left side of the nav ball. Okay. Whee! Throttle up. Throttle down. I see, okay. So it's not like flight assist off. That's good to know. Got up, we got down. Got max, we'll just bring it right up there, okay. And I'm assuming if I want it cut off, I'd say oh, just like turn it off. I was thinking like a cruise control. I get it now. It's fine. It's fine. SAS! SAS stands for Stability Augmentation System, although Kerbal astronauts usually refer to it as Sickness Avoidance Scheme. Whatever it stands for, what it does is try to stop the ship from spinning around using the computer-controlled auto-torque drive compensator technology to counteract the rotation of the ship. In its simplest mode, it will keep the ship aligned with the orientation it has when you turn SAS on, or if you turn that SAS on, ooh, ooh, or if you pitch yaw roll while SAS is on, the orientation when you release the controls. SAS can be activated or deactivated momentarily by holding down the F key. It can be toggled by pressing T. This is a lot of information. My brain is like, and we're done! If you have problems following the maneuvers once you enable SAS, so F or T. In liftoff, you can click the small red button to the left of the nav ball. Where? Here? That has a miniature target indicator. It's on the lower left of all the buttons. I don't know what it's talking about. That will cause SAS to follow target indicator and fly for you. Note, this autopiloting function will not be available until you're flying. Okay. This craft has a bit too much engine, so we're going to throttle down for launch. Set your throttle to 2/3. Turn on SAS. Dun 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 dun. Boop. Perfect. Keep you pointed where you want to be pointed. Okay. There we go. Anti-target or target. Radio in, radio out, normal, anti-normal? I think I'm the anti-normal. I don't know. Mighty Monarch and Blitz Central, how you guys doing? Gotta get ready for work. See y'all Sunday. Alright, Wormy, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. Hope work goes well for you. What the hell is today? It's Thursday. Why did I feel like it was the weekend? I don't know. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you another time. Bye, have a good one. PSP's learning curve is so steep it's overhanging. It's more just a memory game. I feel like the learning curve for this so far is not as bad as Elite. Like Elite I definitely could not have done without chat helping me, but I feel like this is self-explanatory enough that I feel comfortable that I can just go through the tutorial and learn things well enough. It's just a matter of remembering all the things. Did you miss the dance? What dance? Who's going to tell Lecta that Kerbal 2 is going to be a thing? I know that already. I already know that. It's a lot to take in. I find it best to just hit that space bar and learn from mistakes. Yeah, I like to read all of the information, even if I don't remember all of it, and then just remind myself later. One set of satellite. There through? Where? Who? What? Got a few 100 hours, but has some update, always breaks some mod I like. Never landed on Duna. I'm being a summer child again? I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about, JP. Learn a few things, blow up some Kerbals, figure out more stuff, blow up more Kerbals. No. Start to blow up fewer Kerbals. Jebediah is gonna be just fine. I believe in his flight capability. Detailed information ahead. During this lesson, some of the information is quite detailed and could take a while to read. As this is a short suborbital hop, I won't want you to miss anything important. I will place a warning at the top of the pages where you might want to pause the game to read. Press escape if necessary. Okay. Because, yeah. Ready to launch. Okay, enough talk. I'll unlock the rest of the flight controls and you'll be clear to launch. At any time, you may press escape to pause the game. In the pause menu, you can restart the flight, enter the tutorial, blah, blah, blah. Enable the target marker on the nav ball. Give it a look to make sure you see it. I see it. And let's get ready to light this candle. Double check your throttle. Yep. And SAS is enabled. How do I know that it's enabled? Is that this one? Ah, it's right there. Haha, I see it. And then hit space and you're ready to launch. Remember, start turning at 50 meters per second. Okay. Alright, sure. But I don't remember what direction it wanted me to go in, so... Wait for a bit more speed. Oh shit. Oh fuck, I hit a button. Time to start turning. 80 degrees. How do I make it go to 80 and stay there? Get ready to turn further once you reach 250. Okay. 70. Okay. Oh, that's worse. That's better. That's worse. Oh god. Nope. No. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh shit. Alright. How the fuck do you control that? Whoa, wipeout. Uh-oh, you flipped out. He's fine. Look, he's so thrilled. He thinks this is a grand old thing. You pointed your vessel too far away from the direction it was traveling, and the drag from the top of your vessel overpowered the lift and drag from your fins. This means aerodynamic forces acted to keep pushing you further away from your velocity vector than acting to keep you aligned. To fix this, you'll have to align with your velocity vector again if you can, then burn straight up. You probably won't make it high enough, so you could just restart. I'm just curious here. Go over here! We're so far away from the target. I just want him to land safely. Why did this not happen? Hello? Oh god. What did I do? I did so many things! Alright, failure. Shucks, something went terribly wrong here. You might want to try to stay alive when on an actual mission. Frickin'. Guys, rhetorical questions. I'll figure it out. And if I don't figure it out, then I'll ask for clarification. Oh, look! I love it went. Yeah, that was real fast. That was real fast. Hey, Cyber Detective. Yes, well, I've seen Kerbal before, but I wasn't really paying attention to the game. So this doesn't have to be a murder. It's not a murder! I was reading, I thought I was farther up. I thought it was farther up. Like all the dead patients. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. Inferno Trezix. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the court of the hype. Here is your welcome, your cat dance. Thanks for that. What is that about learning curve? I don't know. I don't feel... This still feels very attainable. Whereas beginning Elite was just like, what the fuck am I even looking at? Okay. So liftoff, preparation of stage 2, command pod splashed down hard and was destroyed. I was trying to get the parachute out. I just forgot that I had to click the thing to do it. I thought it would do it by itself, and it didn't. So everything was destroyed. But, you know what we can do? Whee! Click a button and he's alive. English only, please. I feel like this is a game where a big part of the enjoyment is getting to learn it at your own pace anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Hello again, glad you could make it back. Going to space. Yep. Alright. Go on. Let's throttle. Yeah. Throttle. I had it so perfectly before. Well, that's gonna have to be good enough. And I'm gonna use the escape button probably this time. You know, actually, can I hit back? Can I give me your her? So I think one of my problems, I'm not gonna say it's all my problems. One of my problems. You're French. It's lovely to meet you. I don't speak French though, and my mods also don't speak French, so gotta keep it in English, please. Unless you're gonna speak Swahili, that's the only exception. Actually role-playing an evil mastermind that actually does that to test the limits of the minion army. No, I'm sorry, Jebediah. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm ready. So one of my problems was that I think I'm so used to having much more, like having to be so hands-on when I'm flying a thing, rather than just like hit a button and then like don't hit more buttons. Just like a phoenix, sometimes they need to burn to ashes. Alright, here we go. We're waiting for 50 and then we want to go to 80 degrees. That's sort of it. And then 70. Oh, that's going up higher. Oh boy. There we go. That's fine. Okay, now what? Excellent work. Hang on, I'm gonna pause so I can read this and not stress about it. You can map the throttle to your HOTAS. No, I don't have the HOTAS set up. That would be pretty funny, though. Excellent work. We've got the rocket just where it needs to be in order to reach space. You should be able to let SAS keep the craft steady for a while as we accelerate further. Go ahead and throttle up to full power. Okay. Alright, throttle up. We're really cooking along now. As we get up to these higher speeds, you might start to see some heat effects. But we will clear... That went really fast. Ghost Pants Boris! Yay, another space game, and I'm not being sarcastic. Yeah, I've been on a real space and sci-fi kick recently. Someone was like, ooh, Lecta, you're playing Outer Wilds and Elite this week, like so much space. And I was like, yeah, but we've been doing that. Because I was playing Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, for 2 weeks before that. So like, pretty much all of June was just space on space. Space games. Hello, are we doing a science? We are. KOTOR isn't space? It is too! It is too. And I also said space and sci-fi. But you literally go to space! Literally. Hey Razdine, how you doing? And also look, for science! Boop boop! Rupine, how are you doing? How is everybody? Couldn't even capture it. They're literally space wizards. I mean, it's called Star Wars. Hello, where do you think the stars live? In space. Except for me, I'm right here. That was weird. Anyway, out of gas. Great work. You've succeeded in getting your ship on a trajectory bound for space. I've now set your target indicator to align with your velocity vector. That will minimize drag by turning the smallest side of the vehicle into the airflow. Somewhere around here you'll see the Nav Ball speed indicator auto switch from surface to orbit. Okay. Accompanied by the speed number jumping. go on ahead and switch it back to surface mode by clicking on it until it says surface again. You might have noticed some flickering flames near the end of our burn there, which is due to high speed of your craft in the atmosphere. Normally our ascent would be a little slower, but I'm sure my friend Werner has helped you build a ship that can withstand this heat. And besides this high and this slow, you'll be fine. Girl, come on now. Are they just setting me up to kill Jebediah again, the poor little bean? If you want to have a look at your trajectory, you can switch to the map. Have a look at your projected path. Remember to come back to flight mode again. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I can't yet. Now that we're coasting our way into... I forgot how to say this again. Apoapsis? Is it like an ah sound like apple? Your rocket's working better than your internet? Nice. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a space game, but I said space and sci-fi. Motherfuckers, listen to the words that are spewing from my mouth hole. Looked up thing for Houston to say to the pre-pickles. Every time you say pre-pickles, my brain goes in such a filthy direction that I'm like derailed for a good few seconds. It also reminds me of this like really suggestive commercial. Do you guys remember that commercial where there's like a pickle and there's some sort of like, we'll call it pickle condensation or something on the tip of the pickle, and it's like a woman's finger like very slowly removing the condensation? That's all I can think of. Do you lads catch what happened to the last crew? Poor little Kerbals. Couldn't watch Outer Wilds because you're playing it as well. Well, we'll be finishing it and talking about it on Sunday, so you can come on back for Tuesday, Thursday. I don't know what we're playing next week yet after that. Did you put on parachutes? It's right here. Parachutes are there. They just turned into mystery goo. Min Mooseman. Hello. Dark Secrets of Science. Yeah, right? I always pay attention to things spewing from mouth hole. Is it the Skittles commercial? No. I don't know of that commercial, but now I'm thinking of it. Yeah, do you not? It's a thing. It's a fucking thing. Hey, Kel, how are you? Hopping in real quick to say hi. Hello! Isn't that a Ninja Turtles related ad? No, I don't remember what the ad was even for. It's all me. It's, you keep saying pre-pickle. Even a little, you mean a gherkin. I think you just mean a small, like a baby pickle. So it's not, I keep thinking pre-cum, okay, I'm sorry, pre-cum, I said it. I fucking said it. Thanks, War, look what you made me do. It's all your fault, man. Hi, Phil. Fucking Wraith Dagger, man. A cucumber? You know, sure. I was gonna go with gherkin. They're little gherkins. Keep typing it without vulgarity. It doesn't help. That does not help at all. You were thinking cucumber, but not anymore. Okay, maybe I'm just disgusting. I gotta just gleh, 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 gleh. I love penis vagina. Suck it, suck it, suck it hard. Moving on. Now that we are coasting our way to Apoapsis, that's the highest point on our current projected path, we've got a little time to chat. Once you clear the atmosphere, we'll go over what you can do in space. Okay. Was there something I was supposed to be doing? I think I had to click this or something. I forgot what he said before. Gene, I'm sorry. I was a little distracted from all the pre-pickle discussion. Oh, you want me to show Bob's? All right. We'll pause our flight here because JP Stahl very kindly spent a lot of jeweled scorpions to just make me do this. Ready?
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
Best boobies on Twitch. Look how happy they are. They are so glad to be dancing for you, flopping to the left, flopping to the right, getting mushed together. Oh, Jesus. Simon, no! Fucking betrayed me. Betrayed me. Razdine, oh my goodness. All right, they're as happy as Valentina. They are just as thrilled as the Kerbals to be with us in space. Thank you for that. Always good when someone shows a pair of boobies on Twitch. I agree. Yeah, I love you too, Simon. You turd. Time warp one time? Again? Or did you do a little clap? Are you happy? Yay! Clap! So we're in space. Technically, I think. Well, we haven't cleared atmosphere yet, because otherwise Jean would be telling me more things. But we're getting there. We're still climbing. I like that this is taking its time so that I can kind of take a look at all the things. All right, hang on. While we float up here beyond the atmosphere, I'll quickly tell you about a couple things you can do. With an advanced enough astronaut complex in the KSC, we can train our Kerbals to be able to spacewalk, or EVA, although we won't be doing that on this flight. Also, when we are carrying science devices like our goo containers, or our pre-pickles, our pickle containers, we can perform experiments. Feel free to play with the goo canisters now. Oh, I'm gonna play with them. By right-clicking on them, I'll let you know when it's time for the next phase. Alright, come here. Excuse me, you're in my face. Observe mystery goo. 1 of 1. Observation while in space near Kerbal. The goo seems to have clumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle. Keep experiment. Transmit data. Goo containment warning. Transmitting this experiment will render this module inoperable. Restoring functionality will require a scientist. Will that... Question. Feel free to answer. Will that make our vessel uneven? It's a pickle canister. Wonder how boobies react in zero gravity. Just like do this. It won't? Okay. Then I will do it. We can get more. Transmit data! No usable comms on this vessel. Okay, never mind. How about, excuse you. Reset, review data, keep experiment. I guess that just closes the window. Alright. Well. Play with that goo. Ah! Detailed info! Alright. Thank you guys for answering. I appreciate it. As hilarious as it is to wake up to someone shouting, pre-cum, I think I may need a nap. Not sorry, Simon. I love you. Have a good nap, my dear. I'll see you another time. As we near the edge of the atmosphere again, it's time to reorient the pod to get ready for re-entry. We're only going to re-enter with the pod and chute and goo canisters, but we're not going to decouple yet. Okay. In real missions, it's best to keep your upper stage around it until the last moment. You never know when you might need it. Anyway, it's best to re-enter bottom first. Since we ascended at about a 70-degree pitch, we'll naturally re-enter at a negative 70-degree pitch. That means you want to aim the top of the capsule at the 70 degrees pitch line, but at the opposite heading. So that way. This is at a heading of 270 on the Nav Ball. And 70 degrees pitch. Okay. And I've placed a target marker to help you see where this lies. Turn SAS off, change your attitude, then turn it back on again. Okay, here we go. Time for testing things. Hey, I did it correctly. Just too much. Too much, not enough? Not enough. Well, this is not its butt, is it? Nope, that's no good. That's no good. Wow, it is going way too hard. Way too hard, way too hard. Honey, no, come back. Oh boy. Oh boy, go back where you were. Oh, that's not helpful. Oh boy. Oh shit. Nice job! Now hold it! No, I didn't, we're not there yet. Listen. Hang on. Gotta go up, back up. There's a lot of movement happening here. This is not good. He was like, you did a good job! And I'm like, no, sir. Time to get rid of that booster. Not yet! No! Ow! I'm trying so hard. How? I'm ready to smack it though when it gets there. I'm hitting every button. This is bad. I was almost there, and then it went away. Are you still spinning? Stop spinning. We're falling. This is not great. I don't know what to do here. Oh, go. Oh, shit. No, now we're spinning again. Oh, fuck. Okay. This is not where I wanted to be. This is not how I wanted to go. Oh, shit. Just turn. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Spin around. Turn this back on. Oh, fuck. That's not good. That's not good at all. This is wrong. This is bad. This is bad and wrong and bad. Bad and wrong. Get rid of boosters. I don't know, man. I got scared. I got real nervous. We might still live, maybe. I think we might live. Or we're gonna live. We're not in the right spot, but we might survive. He's so happy. You might summon the father. Okay. I clicked the parachute this time. Is that good? So hopefully we won't die. Stage to shoot. Did I do it? I clicked on it. Why did it do it? Okay, so I guess I had to press space. Hey, far and magnificent and I keep forgetting how to say your name because it looks like Spirit, and I know that's not correct. All right, let's try that again. I thought if I clicked it, that was good enough, but I guess that's not. Gravity 3, Kerbal's 1. It's all gravity. Gravity. All right, let's try that again. Jebediah. Spear T. Is there a reason you don't use capitalization? To, like, make that apparent? Jeb Killer Boo, it's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. Alright, let's go goo space again. Gotta go goo in space. Gotta give space a really good gooing. Alright, next. I will not hit space again. I will hit space when it's parachute time. No. Oh shit, oh fuck, wait, revert, because I was not paying attention. I got distracted already. You don't know how? It's just in your settings. So if you go into your settings, you can set capitalization for your name. JP stall, don't you fucking start. Don't you fucking start with that shit. Alright, one more time. Perfect. Turn this on. And spice. Okay, I'm now ready. 50. You want me to go to 80. Almost there. There we go. That's close-ish enough. Ish is great for science. Right now we want to go to 70. Ish is close enough when it comes to science. Alrighty. Excellent work! We've got it just where it needs to be. Throttle up to full power. Whee! Alright. That moment when the entire heist team loses the cops. Switch back to surface again. Flickering flames. Map. Okay. Okay.
Yay, look, we're in space. Oh my fuck, we're in space.
Now just to get back from space is this thing. Are you thrilled? Are you absolutely thrilled, Jeb? That moment when the entire heist... Oh, right, goo! We got a goo. And then I'm gonna read what War said. Excuse you.
Observe the mystery goo.
Keep the experiment. That moment when the entire heist team loses the cops, the great escape is made. The plane makes it into the drop zone, but that random player in the group ruins it for everyone when they don't pull their chute before face planting on the beach. Am I that guy? While we float up here, why don't we do things with goo? From upper atmosphere. The goo seems to be getting very cold. Oh, cool! So I did it preemptively. So that wasn't actually goo in space. So let's keep this, and then let's do the other one now that I'm in space. While in space near Kerbal. Cool. We got 2 goos out of that. Does this mean we're winning? So far, we're winning. We're winning so far. It's just trying to get the right degree angle when coming back in. This is gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a whole thing. There is a beautiful countess. Alright, hang on. I want to reread this. I'm not going to read it out loud. Just... You want to go in butt first. Matako. Or actually, this would be taco. Taco Kwanzaa. Since we ascended at 70, we'll want to re-enter at about -70. Means you want to aim the top of the capsule at the 70 degrees pitch line. What does that fucking even mean? Because I was looking at this, and I don't think that that's quite right. 70 degrees pitch line. What does that mean? But the opposite heading. So I feel like I just want to make it from this to this. Getting it to do that is a whole other thing. This is at a heading of 270 on the Nav Ball. And 70 degrees pitch. I've placed the target marker there to help you. Okay. Wish me luck. I'm going to very, very carefully do this. Like baby, baby, baby steps. I'm doing it! I'm learning! I didn't turn this off though. I thought so I missed the part. I thought they said to turn it off and then turn it back on again, but whatever. It's close enough. I don't care. I like the help. Hold me in your protective arms, Sass. Could use a little extra help. Just a wee bit. There we go. Nope. Just a wee bit. Put it where I want it. That's fine. Stop messing with it. Time to discard some unneeded parts. Okay. Goodbye. Hope that helps. Okay. Preemptive goo hype. Yeah, the butt! I like to think that those are related, those comments. I know they're not. When I take the 77th orbit flight, I'm going to make sure that my entire group is weird enough to comfortably say during re-entry, "We burn!" So your big nav has all the markings you need. Yeah, it's just hard to read. It's hard for me to read. The more you learn, the more you know, the more you know, the more you forget, the more you forget, the less you know. I don't think that my brain works that way. Look how pleased. Look how pleased. Look at that little face. He's just, ah! He's so happy. You are now re-entering Kerbin's atmosphere. Make sure to keep all hands and feet inside the pod at all times. We don't want you getting burnt or anything. Don't mind the flames. Werner is a world-famous rocket scientist, after all, and he's built this ship to withstand them. Last time we watched the parachute icon to wait for the right time to open the chute. This time we're going to do something a little different. Remember in the construction tutorial where you designed this vessel, you set the chute to not semi-deploy until 0.75? This means the chute won't perform the first of its 2 deployment steps until then, even if you activate it by staging now. On Kerbin, 0.75 ATM, atmosphere, means about 2,000 meters altitude above sea level. Okay, the craft should be traveling slowly enough by then that the chute will survive deployment. Let's take the bold step of arming the chute now and let the smarts in there pop it at the right altitude. You know you can trust me. Stage the chute now. Are you okay? If you say so. Jeb fears nothing. He's just so happy to be involved. Look at that little gherkin man. Programmed to not have a sense of risk. This is why he's always smiling. I think maybe it's the adrenaline, or maybe it's fear. Some people smile when they're scared. So like he could be absolutely terrified and just be like, "Yeehaw!" It's a thing. It's a thing. So far I'm enjoying the game. It's a lot to learn. I'll figure it out as I go. I would say my main complaint is that I wish that some of it was a little bit more crisp, like the numbers. I wish that the numbers were a little bit easier for me to read, and that I wish the music was consistent. Other than that, those are just like small, tiny little details. He's not a pre-pickle. He is of solid mass. He's a gherkin. Can I call Isabella Little Gherkin? Or no, if you call Carla Pickle, then I can call Isabella Little Gherkin. I need this. You're terrified? No, it's fine. Wait, hang on. This was new, and I didn't see this. I thought it was the same thing as before. Awesome. So while we set your chute to not actually semi-deploy around 2 kilometers, we do look out for you at Mission Control. We do need to ensure that the opening height, its second full deployment step, is correct. You can even adjust these parameters during flight, so right-click on the chute now, and check their sliders. Don't touch the pressure slider or bad things will happen. Make sure the full deploy altitude is no less than 1,000. You won't have enough time. Once you're satisfied, just hang on and watch the parachute trigger itself according to the settings. While we're waiting, I want you to look at the bottom of the capsule. Notice you do not have a heat shield. You don't need one because this is such a gentle flight. Actually, a heat shield would make things more dangerous on this craft because the additional mass would be pushing the limits of this parachute. Okay, it did it on its own. Still made me nervous. Now enjoy a leisurely float. Hey, there, we're safe. Safe limits. Hey, Opaka, how are you doing? And Guido, was it iron? No. Yes. FE was for iron. To get game set to the right resolution. Well, I put it in full screen instead of keeping it windowed. Now that Jeb is safely back home, it's time for me to get the good sleeps. Night, Lego Fish. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. Hope you sleep well. Have a fantastic day tomorrow, and we will see you another time. Bye, friends. Yeah, we have not quite achieved the sploosh yet, but we're very nearly there. He's looking at the chute like, wow, such technology. Are you proud of your parachute? Welcome back, and congratulations on completing and even surviving your first real mission. You've managed to launch, control your vessel into space, orient yourself correctly, and land safely. That's quite an achievement. If you want to practice this again, choose Revert to Launch from the pause menu, otherwise end the scenario, and be sure to check out the other tutorials. My next one is about going for orbit, which is really exciting. There's always lots more to learn at the KSC. Oh shit, I was supposed to go on break half an hour ago. Oopsies! Come get me! I don't think they let you, but that's okay. Alright, good job. High five, Jeb! Yeah, I will actually go on my break. I'll be gone like 2 or 3 minutes, because I'm really hungry, and I want to eat some of my sandwich before I come back and use the bathroom. Still got plenty of water. And then when we return, we will be go for orbit before advanced construction? Well, anyway, I think I'll probably just keep going in order. But I'll be back very shortly. We've got we've got 3.5 more hours of Kerbal Space Program to go. So if you've been enjoying this, there will be plenty more for you to enjoy. I'll be right back.